Durag Diaries, Tottenham 2, Manchester City 0, and choo-choo, all aboard. We are accepting no more passengers on the Frank train. Let me let you know now. What a masterclass performance. Masterclass performance today from back to front. Everyone was switched on. I thought we were going to set up in the way that we did against PSG, but Frank, no. He said, we're going to take the game to them. We're going to go with the 4-3-3. We're going to play the 4 at the back, and that's exactly what we done. Palhinha, a monster 6. Oh, I didn't know what it was like to have a DM. It's been so long. It's been so long. Oh, since Dembele, since Wanyama, we haven't had a DM of proper quality. And finally, we have one. Palhinha was just sweeping up today in that first half. Nobody in that Manchester City midfield could make anything happen. Reinders, Cherky was just stinking up the gaff. Oscar Bob, welcome. Please, somebody get him a jumpsuit. Put him in the orange jumpers. Welcome to Jed Penitentiary. Yeah? Welcome to Jed Penitentiary. We have another guy. Yet again, nobody can get past him right now. Jed Spence is quickly becoming one of the best fullbacks in the Premier League, for real. Like, he's just sweeping up everyone at the front. Oh, na. Yeah? That's what we're gonna have to start calling him that. Oh, na. Richarlison. Again, showing Thomas Frank, showing us fans why he is the number 9 for us, why he is starting, just causing problems all over the pitch. Even in the second half, late in the game, where you can see he's getting tired, the shithousery kicks in. He just starts annoying players. He's pushing people around. He's getting into little scraps. He's getting in their head. And Manchester City were just thrown off. They were thrown off constantly. We just beat them in the physical battle. What we done was just get first to every ball. Every ball where they was first, you're putting in a leg in. Just like I said, just like I predicted, in these games where you've got all these technical players, they played Reinders, they played Cherky, they played Marmouche, they played Oscar Bob. A lot of small technical players, you have to show them and lay the foot on them. Get a few crunching tackles, make them hobble, make them limp in the game. We saw early on Rayan Aït-Nouri. He said that he was injured. I don't think so. He saw what Kudus was doing early on and he didn't want none of it. He didn't want none of it because as soon as he went off, Nathan Aki, long ball. And I said, I don't mind being long ball FC. You've got to mix it up. There was times in the game where we're doing nice, cute, short football. And it almost came back to pay against us in that second half when Vicario done a short pass out to Van der Ven. They done a high press. Haaland won it and then played it across. But it was just great defending. Great defending to get back across from Palhinha. But then again, you do the long balls and we reap the rewards of that. And it was a long pass for that first goal out to that left-hand area where Kudus with a great flick on. And they tried to pull the flag up. Manchester City had paid the referees today. Brown envelopes were passed over because there was a few times when the referees were looking booky. That was the first chance. The first time he puts the flag up, Richarlison was onside. Great cross from Richarlison over to Brennan Johnson. And Brennan Inevitable Johnson. That's what we have to start calling him too. Brennan Inevitable Johnson. Because every single time, whether you like him or not, he always gets a goal. 2 goals in 2 games to start the season. Thomas Frank's just knowing how to get the best out of him. I liked in the press conference when he identified that Brennan comes with a deep runs, and that's where he's strong. That's where you get the best out of him. And playing on that left-hand side, he tends to get the ball on his inside area. So when he is finishing, it's always perfect. He can angle himself in the right way. So as we saw, we took advantage of that time and time again throughout the game, just leaving Brennan Johnson on the left-hand side, making Kudus distract them, picking up the ball, doing a lot of the running, and the defensive work from Kudus on that right-hand side. Like, Porro struggled. Porro struggled at times against Marmouche in that first half. Marmouche was getting at him. He was getting at him, and he beat him a couple of times. Then we saw Marmouche miss a few chances, and his confidence was down. But then we had Kudus just putting in the work to get back, especially when Doku got on. He recognized Doku's a problem. There was one time he made Poro slip, put a great ball across the box. And again, Van der Ven with an amazing challenge. But Kudus, after that, he said, no, sir. I am cleaning up. And he was just working back until he came off the pitch. But the tactical setup was just so clean from us yet again. Pap Sarr with a great performance. Bentancur again, like that midfield trio of Bentancur, Sarr, and Palhinha. It's going to be hard to replace. It's going to be hard to replace right now. Even when we bring in a number 10, Pap Sarr is making it a problem. Because how can you take him out of the team? Yet again, they gave him the man of match. For me, I would have had Palhinha as man of match because I just thought he was so good defensively. But they gave Sarr man of the match on the TNT broadcast, I should say. So Pap Sarr again was a very, very good performer. And I feel like we're just getting used to this under Thomas Frank. All in pre-season, he was just amazing. But yet again, in today's game, he was just sweeping up, running, pressing. And the pressing caused them a problem. James Trafford and Rico Lewis might have dropped the worst games I've seen in City shirts in a long time. It was just stinker. Rico Lewis, every time he's on the ball, he's losing it. He's getting beat by Brennan Johnson. Then he's getting beat by Jed Spence. And he was just causing problems for them all game. That defensive back line was just, they couldn't clean up. And for that second goal, great press from us. And Richarlison, nice little bit of footwork. I thought he deserved the goal. Richarlison definitely deserved the goal for the performance that he had. And he was unlucky not to get one. But to get an assist, be the main guy to lay it off or create the opportunity where the layoff was set off for Palhinha, who eventually got his first goal in a Spurs shirt. So, yeah, man, it was just great performance, man. Great performance. There really was no one on the pitch that performed badly. But back to the referees, because how could I forget? The referees were just all over the place today. There was that chance. And we all remember when Kudus went through, Kudus tried to knock it past James Trafford. And I can't believe VAR never called it back. The ball had hit his hand and he had put a knee into Kudus's belly. So Kudus, he essentially obstructed the ball, came out of his box, and it was a handball. It's crazy stuff and nasty work yet again, where the referees weren't calling out the right decisions. And then after that, Romero gets a yellow card for a perfectly clean challenge where he got the ball, and it was the linesman that put up his flag. The linesman, the commentators had the cheek to agree and say, yeah, he was a bit rash there. What are we doing? Romero is a pure defender. Sometimes it's going to look rash. Sometimes he's going to go flying in. But that's what you want. That's what we grew up on. Nemanja Vidic, John Terry, clattering into guys. That's what I grew up on. So now that Romero's doing it and he's trying to bring the old school back, he's being penalized. That was nowhere near a yellow card. So I just think the referees had a stinker on performance. They gave out plenty of yellows to us. We had Richarlison, Romero, and Porro got a yellow for wasting time. Brennan Johnson got a yellow. And in the City team, they only had Gonzalez with a yellow. And that was for pushing Richarlison back. So, like, he weren't trying to give out nothing. They weren't trying to give out nothing to the City players. But honestly, we were just class from back to front. Thomas Frank just, the way he sets up against these teams, I knew against City that we were going to set up and make it difficult. But it's the way that we caught them out, the physical press in that midfield, just putting a hand on them, constantly fouling them, breaking up their play. This was one of the first times you've seen a Pep Guardiola team from that 50, I'd say around 50th minute to around 75 until Rodri. Even when Rodri and Foden come on, they picked up a little bit of the ball and started to, get a hold of the game. But between that period, it was just absolute domination from us. They couldn't get the ball off us. Every time they were playing it forward, they were doing long balls and we were just being stronger than them, kept going out for throw-ins and free kicks and goal kicks. So, yeah, man, like we were just so class today. And, yeah, look, as I said, we are accepting no more passengers along the Frank train. No more. But the key thing that I take from this game is we got a big win. We run Manchester. We're about to go a third season without a loss in Manchester because I ain't scared about when we go to Old Trafford I ain't scared about when we go to Old Trafford. But what this shows is you need to back this manager. Tottenham Hotspur, back this manager. He is amazing. He's making work. He's showing how to coach, showing us a level above Ange, but we could give him so much more. Give him the keys to this club. Please, Daniel Levy, give him the keys to this club. And Savio, you saw what happened today. You know where you want to come to. You want to come to the bigger club. You want to come to the bright lights. Yeah, you want to come to the white side, the right side of London. Yeah, make sure you watched. You was taking note. Thomas Frank, he showed you there's a better life over here. There's a better life over here. But on that note, make sure you guys are subscribing. We're on the road to 5K. Just hit 4K on like 4.12. So 800 to go. We're moving. So let me know your thoughts of the game in the comment section. Make sure you're tapping the like button. And yeah, man, until next time, it's your boy Durag Diaries.